Welcome back to another episode of Dungeons, Dice Rolls, and Dumbasses. I'm your Dungeon Master, Tyler, and today I'm joined by Mock, playing...
Jester Raisin, local barber.
And Keegan, playing...
Hanu Fapalao, Turtle Warlock.
And, not present today, everyone's favorite baker, Naira Baril, the fairy... baker?
I guess you could say.
And... Brandon, playing...
Zoldan and Nilium, your holy cleric.
And... John, playing...
Vosh Moonblade, Rune Knight, Kobold Sorcerer. Currently, preparing the smithy for making weapons.
And, last but not least, Mark, playing...
Motherfucker. Wizard. Church investigator. Anti-magic department.
Part of the...
And today, we pick up as a bunch of stuff has hit the fan in the town of Roanoke. As we had last left off, Zoldan had gone to the local church and had spoken to
Reverend?
one of the one of the reverends there, Reverend Isaac, who he had convinced should come clean about an affair he had had within the town. And as this conclusion came to an end, the party had settled down for a night's rest. Whereupon morning, they discovered a series of murders had occurred, as two separate deaths had happened in the town. But as the party had gone to investigate, they had also heard a commotion near the town square, as ringing of bells and shouting just started to occur. And this is where we pick up today, as you guys had split off the two groups investigating. It was, Brandon, Zoldan had gone one way with Vosh, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Zoldan, Vosh, and was it Jim with you guys?
Yeah, Jim was
Yeah,
with
Jim.
them.
Yep. So Zoldan, Vosh, and Jim had split off one way, and then Hanu, Jaster, and Frog were investigating the other. It was north.
Yeah, north.
Yes, you guys were north, and they were
went
on the
south.
south.
And we discovered the body that we found had assassination marks or blades or strikes in the back, but they were very, very precise.
Yeah, very precise.
Vital points were hit, as you guys got some real high rolls on investigating this. And then you guys are
Discovered
Barely.
that the werewolf was probably not the guy who was locked up.
yes had found tufts of red fur.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was general commotion kind of beginning near the town square, near the gallows.
We live there?
Tell me what you want to do.
I head to the gallows.
I only had to the gallows. Yeah, we finished investigating this. It's obviously that werewolf is back.
What do you think we should do, Zoldan? This is a troubling coincidence.
There's a whole pack of werewolves in this town.
Could be. Wait, is this like right now with me and him talking, or?
Yeah. Yeah, because we're not with these guys. We're
You
separated.
guys are all to the south.
Is the bell rung right now, or?
You hear like you hear like bells starting to ring.
Oh, great! Just the bad timing already.
Oh my god.
What right now? This. Sorry, the big
No, it's pizza dings. I see. Yeah, it'll start making your way over there.
Yeah, like, can you prep this body at least for the mortician at the very least? We can probably investigate it soon.
I'll do the best I can.
Let's say there's like somebody basically gonna be there, effectively taking the body away once you guys are done with your investigation.
Yeah.
All right, then I'll just go with Zoldan then.
So you guys make your way over, and you see a bit of a crowd is forming as shouting near the town square. You would see robes cast aside. The father, Reverend Jacob, is loudly professing, basically shouting to the crowd the sins he's committed and bringing all to light as he admits he's an adulterer, a sinner, and has withheld the truth for long enough.
Man, it's meant to be a good time for this.
I'm gonna go up there to him and everything, so I can help him at least.
So as you start going up there, you would see members of the congregation go to grab him and pull him back, bringing him like towards the gallows, effectively, pulling him back as coming, basically barging his way through.
It's harsh.
If they're going,
Well,
they're going straight to the freaking.
It's more like he's basically wandering around, like shouting this, almost like a madman. And so they are, they're just kind of pulling back, like kind of quelling this scene a bit, as Father Magnus would appear before them. He begins kind of motioning people, cease this spectacle. There are more important matters at hand. Now this is certainly a crime against the church. You come forward confessing to sins of adultery, lying to those in the church, and allowing this poor woman to suffer, being made a harlot in your stead. What do you have to say for yourself? What punishment would you think fitting for something like this?
If I may interject, with your permission.
Zoltan, what is it? You have something to say on his character, perhaps?
I do. Yes, he did wrong. Yes, he did something bad, but at least he has the heart to confess it. He has the heart to show it. Why don't you just please show him mercy at the very least? Every one of us could do horrible things, but he at least had the heart and the soul to confess. Instead of, what were you planning to do, if I may ask, before you did this?
Oh. Well, at least cast him out from the church. He would no longer be able to hold the position he's held when he's made such questionable choices.
That is understandable. But I ask that you, everyone here, please pray for him at the very least.
Well, that's kind of the opposite of what excommunication calls for. It would be he's no longer welcome to be prayed for in the church. I would say Zoltan would probably have a good idea of that.
Yeah,
He'd
okay.
be
Yeah,
familiar with the idea of excommunication. If you want to retcon that one,
yeah, I'll retcon that. But
because that's basically you're cast out of the church, and like the whole punishment is you're not allowed to worship this god anymore, and also everyone else shuns you because you're like considered that bad of a person.
and he understands that, so I'll retcon that.
Yeah, I'd say that's like probably in character as a priest. You would know that one.
Just hang him a little bit.
Yes, sir.
Yes, they actually say that. You give me a charisma check if you shout this. There is a mob formed. He's lost in the crowd. That was like 11 total, right?
There's a 10.
Charisma. So yeah, a 10. He's kind of lost in the crowd. You guys probably hear him, but it doesn't look like it stirs up the crowd any.
I don't really.
What? You don't want to kill the guy.
Hang him a little bit.
At least he gets to go with his life and everything.
So you're just like going forward with the. Okay, well, if they're gonna excommunicate him, sure, whatever. Is that about where we're at? Anything else you like want to say as far as vouching for him?
Yeah, because you're still trying to vouch for him, aren't you?
Either of them married.
No.
Why are they saying adultery?
Oh, good point. Because I'm bad with words sometimes. Duh.
I'm trying to think about what to say, though. That's the hard part as a character, as a player.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because right now, the only thing
You're
I can
so
think about would
right.
be showing, like, even though he has done horrible things
My
to the
correct
church,
term.
I'm trying to think, like, even though he's done horrible things to the church, they should at least show, like, the excommunication is completely understandable, but at least let him work to get himself back into the church for the sins he's committed.
Just a little side nookie. Let him go.
Fornication would be the
Fornication.
yes. All right, just pretend I said fornication every time. I'll use the power of retcon. I'm
Just a little
smart, I
side
swear.
nookie. I don't see what everybody's all upset about.
Someone beside you like gasps. Yes, something fornication.
But right now, I'm
just
trying to
in
think
the
about,
business.
like, how can I explain this, like, just show mercy to him. Like, at least let him, like maybe in a few years he can come back to the church or something, because everyone can do horrible things. Like,
Can you? So you're just generally trying to convey the idea of convincing them that mercy should be shown for
yes,
them.
I
You know, try and not completely cast the guy
yeah,
out.
I was trying to show mercy.
I mean, you could do like persuasion roll, but a little harder because you can't think of like the convincing things to say.
Yeah, I really cannot.
You don't always have to think of the epic speech. You can kind of give the "this is my general thing I'm trying to say" and then roll for it. It just makes it harder. And give you more free stuff from Intense RP.
Yeah, so I'll try to roll. I don't think I'm going to do well, but let's see.
Are you using Thaumaturgy? The Zoltan Classic?
I think he would.
So, funny enough, as Zoltan does this, he suddenly matches like voice level of Father Magnus speaking. Pulls up his own mic.
Yeah. So just
See how well he performs, though.
just a normal D20,
Yeah, D20 plus persuasion.
and I've got 0.
Sway the
do
crowd.
you want to try the?
What?
You want to try that, or you want to
Yeah,
keep
you want the
doing?
curse tower?
Curse
It's
tower.
not cursed.
Tower.
It's not cursed.
11.
It's pretty cursed. I would say
Ain't cursed.
generally I'm going to. So 11's pretty.
I'm not good with
neutral.
charisma.
Yeah, Zoltan does a lot of charisma. Nothing good with charisma.
He's more better with wisdom.
Yeah.
If anyone's good with charisma, it's pretty much.
There's a couple of you.
Yeah.
A couple of you
Me
are
and
fairly charismatic.
me and Jast are pretty damn charismatic.
So I'd say generally the crowd is not extremely riled up about this. I'd say with your attempts to like try and sway them, and probably like he'll bring to light the issues. This would be like trial that would come forward with a punishment they feel is fitting. As an act of mercy, they give him like the chance for penance of they won't cast him out of the church, but he must spend 3 days in like a stockade, basically, punishment for his crimes.
What is a stockade?
That's the thing where
The
you're.
thing where people throw tomatoes at you while you're chained up there, like in the little wooden stocks.
Yeah.
He must
It's better-
stay
it's
there
better
and
than-
continuously repent for the crimes the sins he's committed, and should he make it through that punishment, will be forgiven and basically be allowed to re-enter at the lowest level of the church.
Would that be okay with you, Reverend?
This would be like the end result of this would be
Okay.
they'd have like full official trial and determine that's a fair punishment with you trying to vouch for it.
Yeah.
And you
And
don't sway the crowd too heavily enough to just barely
yeah.
give him a
least-
better punishment.
At least it's a better punishment, and I would just tell him, you would just tell him to hold on to hope and hope for your daughter.
You can add to the map. You now have a stocks set up in front of the gallows. As they would basically also fun part. They would also do you guys bring forth like new information about the stuff with the wolf?
Yes.
And the assassin.
So that probably would more or less be kind of you have more distraction brought to it. There's probably people murmuring about it at this point of how something has to be figured out and people are a bit panicked, but it's this big distraction kind of pulls focus away from it for the day. So the carpenter would be released from jail.
Well, there's more than one wolf in this town. There's a whole pack of them.
Are you telling people that?
Yep. It's not just the carpenter we've already locked up. It's more.
Do you try and convince people of this?
Yep.
And it looks like we also have an assassin on our hands too.
Then let me Let me check. Give me a persuasion check.
Are you trying to be
Do any
evil?
of you guys try and stop him? From
Yeah.
Yes.
spreading some
He's been
misinformation?
pretty evil all along.
He's always like this, though. But
Yes, I'm trying to stop him.
He's-
Why are you around
he's-
people?
so-
14.
14. What's your persuasion? You're both going against it, right? So you're countering his misinformation.
I'm gonna cast guidance on myself.
I only got a.
This wouldn't be like a guidance thing. It's not specific. It's kind of generally telling people.
I didn't get to him in time. I got 4.
I didn't get to him in time either.
What's yours? A 7?
Yeah, just a flat 7.
So effectively, while you guys are like, saying this information, I imagine it's more like formal. While Jaster, he works as like the barber here. He's like kind of spreading these rumors of what's going on throughout like the day.
Mr. Barber of Seville here.
And I think people, because of this heightened state of panic,
On Fleet Street.
they're more panicked and more willing to accept this like, more interesting scenario. If there's 2 wolves,
Wolves come in packs.
so all these rumors begin to spread and actually raises tensions throughout the town.
Remind me why I don't zap you right now.
Oh, I don't know. Your god likes me too much for some reason.
Highly doubt that. You don't like any of them.
I don't.
Yeah.
He is pretty vengeful.
It got a little mutual.
That you to help him.
But I said to help Hanu also.
Yeah.
To be fair, most of you are looking for vengeance. It kind of helps. He's a very fitting deity for all of you.
That is true.
Yeah.
Yeah, but even then, he can show mercy like to people like the church and all that, because at least he's trying to do good.
Yeah, vengeance is for like people that wronged you.
Or wrong to others, it could be,
Yeah.
we go into justice discussion there. So, but as this kind of commotion for the morning fades away, you guys get this information of what would you guys like to do for the duration of this day? As you had been looking into quite a few things. I know Hanu had gotten closer in his witchy investigations.
I would probably go and try to help the Forge Master by teaching him
So
how
you're
to.
going back to work, basically.
You don't
Yeah,
want-
well, I'm
you
gonna
don't-
help-
You don't want to help with our investigation, Bosch? Are
Eh,
you getting information from anybody at your job?
Not
Why don't
really.
you ask before you leave? Anu would be like, why don't you talk to the Forge Master, see if there's any info you can get.
Okay, I have a question. Would a blade like that leave like if it's a magic weapon, would it leave marks?
Yeah.
Trying to think, like, how do you mean? Like, are you saying with
Traces.
like
Traces, like magic
No,
traces.
like magic, like traces of magic.
Yeah, if it was a weapon that was
Like if I
if
did
it's just a
detect-
magical weapon? Probably not.
Okay.
If it was some kind of enchanted blade with some kind of like frost, fire, lightning, maybe then you would have traces of magic.
yeah, but the body looked like it did not have traces of magic.
Or if there's any kind of poison or anything, but you guys had done like a pretty thorough check and hadn't found it.
And theirs was just
Be
like
very-
very
This looked like a very clean like assassination. Effectively, it was basically a stab into each lung and one into the heart.
Yeah, so this guy knew what he was doing. Someone has to have.
On the liver.
Someone has to have. This guy is good at their job, like really good.
Look, the assassin had 3 attacks. They called the shots. They got him.
I mean, yeah, you take out the lungs, they can't scream.
They got the liver, they can't scream either. It's so painful, you can't do anything.
Watch.
Fox would
The
probably-
next one's getting stabbed in the liver.
When he does go back to the Forge Master, he does have a question he does want to ask him. Within the past couple of days, has anyone tried ordering anything weird lately? Like, has there been a request for something weirdly made?
You know, it's funny you mentioned that, though. I did have something go missing the other day. It was actually about 3 days ago.
3 days ago.
Yes. One of the daggers I had made, a finely crafted one, had gone missing. It was a silvered blade, quite expensive. Yes.
Uh-oh.
Do you think it could have a? I mean, but that attack. All right, so you asked him like basically the same one had weird requests, right?
Yeah, weird requests. Like well, not just weird requests, but like stuff missing and just the
Yeah.
general kind of.
Yeah, so I had a blade go missing. I was sure it had just been misplaced in stock, but after a few days checking, it's nowhere to be found. And he'd give you like a description of the dagger. It would be like very ornate silver dagger. So like, beautiful little filigree on it. It looks like it would be something that would be made for like probably for like decorative purposes, it's
Right.
more would have been like decorative piece in the wall. So like a bit longer than your ordinary dagger. Like close to, maybe a dagger.
Question. The victim that was found, what color was her hair?
Exactly, that's what I was about to say.
Just about to say that.
Well, what color was our victim's hair?
Well, okay, let's say, so in the southern area, the one that was stabbed, or
The stab, yeah.
so the one that was stabbed, I believe I said had been a woman with brown hair.
Brown hair, okay.
Yeah.
I was making sure.
The one who was to the north was a rabbit man,
Yeah.
the Haragon hunter.
Yeah, he was a rabbit dude.
Oh.
Oh, he's a rabbit, and that's a wolf.
Huh? The wolf eats a rabbit.
Yeah.
What color was his fur?
The rabbit man, it was like a blondish towards brown colored. Probably a couple of little tufts of white around the eyes. But
I'm just trying to think of.
Are there any records of
Yeah.
newly
Who
created?
who was the dagger supposed to be for?
Nobody had ordered it specifically. It was a bit of a project I had made.
I understand.
Made as a decorative piece, something to hang up and draw the eye, but quite expensive blade. They've been coated in silver.
One thing I know.
My immersion is moving.
Dang it.
It's looking for a thing for his pizza. Yeah, give me 1 second.
Yeah.
Sorry for the impromptu break.
Pizza.
My immersion, it returns to me.
Tweet.
Would Vosh reckon if the Forge Master would give?
So yeah, he gives you a description like where if you find this blade, you would recognize it.
Well, I'm just saying, could Vosh compare the wounds that he saw to what he was being described?
I would say from that, no. If you saw the blade, you'd probably recognize, like you could try and match it up to the wounds.
Right.
Do D&D forensics on it. But it's with what he tells you, like if you found this dagger somewhere, you'd be able to recognize it as the stolen dagger because it has distinct features.
One thing I could think about.
I'll keep an eye out for you.
Alright. Oh, sorry. I would say so. This is only Vosh currently knows this because you guys aren't with him.
Right.
Yeah, he went to go work by himself.
And after that, then I would start trying to teach him how to.
Yeah, so you kind of start working through stuff for the day.
Yeah.
Also, I forgot for Vosh. Have you added money to your stuff the past few years? I mean, you're basically getting paid 10 gold a day, so.
I only did it that one first time that we did it.
Yeah, you're on day 5, so you'd be able to add another 40 gold.
40 gold.
Because you're doing, actual forge work.
Right.
Actually working.
Yeah. He's doing the actual work. Hanu ain't been getting paid. He ain't been showing up. I'm assuming, so Jem is going to go to work.
Yeah.
Kind of keep her, she's actually going to probably try doing the, handing out sweets again and try and gather some more intel from people, see if she can get an idea of any rumors in town. For you guys, though, so is Jaster going to work like usual? Kind of tagging along in the extracurriculars. I'm assuming the other 3 are going to do.
I want to check to see if they've got town records of who's immigrated. descriptions of people.
So, holding off and open up the shop, I would say like best chances now would either be checking with the church or with the mayor.
Check with the mayor then.
Right, so you want to do that? What were you guys doing in case it lines up on the same sort of
I
deal?
want to go to that one widow's house eventually today. The one who lives on the. I don't know, because I mean, other than what the Seamus guy with red hair, we don't really know anybody that has like reddish hair, right?
I mean, I would argue Jaster would have like a good idea of a few different people with red hair.
Oh
Oh yeah, I can give you a list of people.
This guy.
Check them out after the
This girl.
mayors.
Got you a priority list
I
too.
don't know what I'm
So
gonna
the
do.
people that need a full shave.
Oh yeah, we'll do that.
He was keeping a list, yeah, keeping tabs. All right, so you want to tag along with Jaster then?
Yeah.
Connor just straight don't go to work this time.
I'm going back to the church, doing my work and chatting up the priest there,
Anything
whoever's left
specific?
in charge. Mostly just trying to get in good.
You might want to. You want me? My character probably asked. You want me to join you?
Sure, come on along.
All right, so you guys are going to be there basically making nice with the church, trying, while things are like stirred up a bit, trying to get yourselves in good with them. I would say that'd be just outright charisma checks if you guys are doing that for like good portion of the day. What a wasted nat 20 from you, John. It's loaded for a nat 1 now.
10.
And
Low for
the
17.
neutrals.
I'm not trying to be necessarily popular, just showing myself to be a good person.
I see. Oh, so I feel like that would be
Building my
more
reputation.
performance than.
Do I have to roll
It's about
mine?
the same, so still 10. Yes.
If it's just a flat charisma, it's an 11.
So you guys probably not standing out too much, but showing faces there and attempting, to get in good. So you're going off Jaster, then you want to check out the mayor's as well.
Yeah.
And also, actually, before I probably go to bed, but before I go later, I would want to talk with the lady, the one who the reverends.
The harlot.
The harlot.
The whore.
Well, we'll probably loop forward to that because you guys basically have that block of time eaten up by kind of working and helping out there.
Yeah. He was just saying hopefully everything will work out now that.
Oh yeah,
I think he did.
he's just sitting on some stocks for a few days. What
Yeah,
could
well-
happen to him?
Oh, true. If there's a werewolf roaming around and he's just sitting in the stockade.
I would say he would be jailed for the night, actually.
Oh, okay.
So they would have it as he would be on the stocks during the day, and he would be placed in the jail for the night.
I would tell Jasper maybe we should try to convince him to leave him out all night and he can do bait.
Possibly. Jeez.
I know.
You
want
are
me?
special. That's a little
damn.
mean, though, isn't it?
I don't know the guy.
As you guys make your way to the mayor's.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys would make your way in. You have again, the little secretary up front would be checking. What do you guys, what's the business for the day?
You wanna check on your town records and cross-reference, see if they've got a group of people with red hair coming through.
So I would imagine it would be like ledgers with names, but it probably wouldn't have like very specific descriptions of people. Yeah, I mean, so it'd have like records of families coming in. And as you guys are like checking through, you know how in depth you would go if on like first glance? Did it show like, more than likely it would be names, like age of the person, like what type of race they are,
What about Seamus? Did he come with any family? I mean, I assume if he has red hair, his family would as well.
So if you guys are like pouring through this, it would take some time looking through. You would see there's a lot of families that are on record here, more than you would think you'd even see in the town.
Like they've been dying for a long time.
I'd say it's just mathematically, right? It's like what's going
Like
to
there's-
intelligence? 0 and
Mine's an 11.
11.
Plus
Well,
0.
so yeah, you both have 11 intelligence. I would say you're probably not having crazy aha moments. You're going like, there's a lot of people. The town must be bigger than you think. But players, you can think what you want with it. That's kind of what you pick up on there. You would find Seamus listed on there though. He would be on like some of the earliest records of
Yeah,
the
like
place.
how old are these records?
They would look like probably first batch of people coming into this town.
Yeah, like how many years ago was that?
Good question. I would say it would be 3 years.
Years. Okay. A lot of people have moved out since then.
Yeah, were there like with the secretary lady?
So I would say like
Is there, like, a
because they know you guys
librarian or
been kind of
something?
helping with records. I would say it probably would like allow you guys to say you've been helping with investigating.
Yeah.
But yeah, it'd probably be they just kind of showed you these records because it's not too much info on people, and a lot of them are kind of old, dusty records. Really scrolls of parchment tucked away in a box. So I mean, if you wanted to ask someone about it, you could.
I would like mention that to somebody who's around. Like, there seems to be a lot more people in this book than are in this town.
Mm-hmm.
Can I estimate the number?
You could. I mean, depending on how much time you wanted to spend, like looking through the records, you could just say outright you want to like spend the hours, basically tally up a census.
Yeah, I'll try that. Just rough census.
Let me look at one thing real quick. I would say it would be about 121.
121 people. Okay. That's a lot.
How
And
many, how
that's
many are in the
so,
actual
and that
town
would
right
be
now?
listed as like people that have been, known as traveling here. And if you reference your map, that would show how many like, I mean, it's probably more than what's shown on the map. But that's roughly, how many houses and businesses are there. I would say though that also probably hasn't accounted for like births or things like that,
Yeah, I
but
was
it's
thinking that.
a pretty good idea of people. I mean, there's not too many young children either. So. I would say it's probably also tabbed like 121 adults. Probably have like 121 families, I think.
Okay.
Okay.
So like that'd be, it'd probably count, 2 for like husband and wife. Well, I'm getting funny numbers. Sorry, D&D's fun. I got a population for a town. I think 121 families is more accurate. So at most closer to, it's probably closer to 200 people. As far as children go, it's like not too many.
Yeah, we haven't seen that many kids. But
I mean,
few.
there have been kids. So
Yeah.
I'd say that you guys have been in the town long. If you would have seen like there's a schoolhouse, and they kind of have like that, single building schoolhouse.
Yeah.
That's where the bell's located that they're always ringing is it's like school bell. And you guys would have seen there's at least, dozen or so kids located in the town that regularly go to the school, stuff like that. So there are some children, but it's mostly adults, settlers. And as also pouring through those records, so it eats up a good bit of time. But you would also see, so as far as Seamus is listed, it's just him listed, so no family that came with him.
Loner. Okay. Okay.
That's the information you've got. You can make your functions as you wish.
Let's open that up with the rest of the pack later.
Oh, yeah. Can we pinpoint like all the loners?
People that don't have
Yeah, that don't have
family with them. You got me thinking. I would say so. As far as people that came here on their own, you would know the jailer, Delvin Marks, Furbolg man. He seems to have come here on his own as well. The doctor Chuck Larson, dwarven man, also has come here by himself. You guys have met him. You know he's gone.
No, that would be more here.
So I'm going to go through a list. There'd be a man. Human man has come by himself. An older guy. His name is Jason Steele. But as far as that, it looks like it's mostly families. There is a group of men on the most recent voyage here. They also seem to have come on their own, but as a traveling party. They've been listed as
like
one
during
group
our
on the trip you guys just took.
like the trip we just came on.
Yeah, which would be you'd probably go figure out would be a group of like men you guys had seen before, the rougher looking bunch of guys. They had all come with no listed family members, and it's kind of listed one after another as they had all basically applied at the same time.
Interesting.
You want names for them? Need a minute. They're kind of named NPCs, kind of not, you know.
Oh, we don't need them if we didn't want to do it. Alright, just isn't helping me now. I don't know what the fuck is over there.
Looking through records, but they don't give a lot of information on records.
Yeah.
List of names. It's
And ages.
and ages. Okay.
Get an idea of how old people are.
I think we should talk to Seamus.
I would say
It's Jason Steele.
with the amount of time you guys have spent doing this, like pouring through all the records, there's probably been enough time where between Zoldan and Frog, they've probably finished their work. Vosh, how long are you committing to the forge today?
I'm actually helping out. Remember, I was teaching him how to
teach him how to
do gem stuff.
Well, I'm going to call it as you show him like good bit of stuff there. He picks up on it well because he is like skilled blacksmith.
Right.
Show him how to make some of these finer motions with making stuff out of gemstones. And he will actually cut you loose early for the day from work.
Okay.
And tell you, yes, I'm going to cut you off early today. I know you've been working quite late lately, but I think you probably want to get home a little safer. I'd heard it's just nothing official yet, but I'd heard rumors that there may be a curfew being imposed soon.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I hope that those gem tips I gave you will help you with future endeavors.
Yes. Who knows? Maybe I'll take up a hobby in jewel smithing and make some fine decorative pieces.
Exactly.
So if you guys want to meet up and do stuff together, you've probably got like mid-afternoon, rest of the day to kind of go do things.
I would mention that I want to go to that,
What about that girl in the black and all that?
yeah, the widow's house. Oh, the scary little girl?
Yeah.
Oh, one thing worth mentioning while you guys are assembling for that, you would see something unusual.
Mm-hmm.
Tied up at the port as you're kind of probably meeting back up midday, you would see a strange contraption.
Me?
What? Well, all of you.
I know, but
We're all good.
Bosch is like, what?
Yeah, so you would see at the port there seems to be a painted bright purple steamship style boat made of wood
Oh, it's the caravan.
that is pulled up to port
Oh, we're crying out loud.
Is that what I think it is?
with written on the side in a beautiful gold lettering SS William Roberts.
Who else knows of the purple boat, and who knows what?
You know,
The SS William Roberts. Holy Bob.
No,
Wait.
that's what I thought.
yeah,
it
that's
was.
how. That's
Yes.
where I'm like, so do you think that is?
But that's the
Who else
William
owns a
Robert.
purple boat and
I
it
don't
shows
gotcha,
off?
gotcha.
How many times have we
Billy
seen
Bob,
this?
I get it.
Yeah, you got a point. Oh, let's go and
Is
see
it
what,
like
what
a
we have.
submarine? Kind of like a
So
submarine?
it is like like
Like
old
a-
school paddle boat.
Oh, okay.
What's
okay.
next? A purple zeppelin? A purple drill?
You how do you know what a zeppelin is?
Actually, good question.
Even though you're from the future here, I don't think you've seen a
No,
D&D zeppelin.
no, an airship, right?
I don't know if you guys would have this. I want to say probably not.
Maybe
I don't
a
think-
balloon.
I don't think you guys are like super well traveled for most of you.
I was like a hermit.
Yeah,
I was
and
as old
lived
as
in
like a
cave,
priest.
basically.
Yeah.
That's true.
Let's go check it out. See if he's got
Yeah,
anything
let's see
new.
what let's see what you got.
What's-
Anything?
Is there anybody painted on the side? Because usually there's a character.
There's no figures painted on the side of this boat.
What's next? Selling in a graveyard or something next?
He's gonna be at every town.
You would
Not every
see
town.
as you
Every big
approach
town.
closer, there's some ordinary people like approach the wagon and cheerfully they're like conversing with a couple of people. You would see this very powerful dwarven man seems to be moving bags of like grains and flowers and spices off of the boat, just lug him over his shoulders. You'd see chatting with some of the fishermen, this very lithe-looking half-elf woman. You'd see like just kind of sitting over the edge, staring out at sea. This Goliath man who seems to be drinking an entire barrel of whiskey, holding it, by both hands and just glugging the entire barrel. You'd see kind of going through ledgers and collecting coin from people would be a older turtle man.
So it's like all of them are out. It's
And
the first time we've seen all.
in a lovely white and red striped shirt with a twirled mustache, a familiar face of Twilly Bob. Oh, sorry, and there would be one figure you don't see. The human man you guys have seen from the depiction there. You don't see him currently present as you approach.
And I was like, hey, long time no see.
Who are you approaching?
Probably the strong, the guy with the strong man.
Uh,
Because
the
The Goliath?
no, the Goliath. Remember the one when I did the hammer and everything?
I think that was a dwarf.
yeah, I think so. The test of strength.
Yeah, test of strength.
I was saying, I don't think you've met the Goliath.
Yeah.
No, okay,
You haven't
no.
met the Goliath?
Okay, yeah, I would go to the guy that.
You haven't met the human man or the Goliath yet.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, the one I would go towards would be the one I recognize from the strength
Yeah.
test. I'm like, hey, long time no see.
Oh! Yes. Vosh, I think I've seen you from a voyage or two before.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
How you guys doing?
With a wink.
Yeah.
Oh, busy as always. Traveling and delivering supplies.
Ain't that the truth?
Yeah.
Yes. The Robert Williams Traveling Caravan Company always stays busy.
Have any good deliveries lately?
Are you saying this to the dwarven man?
Oh, is this
So you're speaking. You guys would recognize this guy as he is Horgrim the Horde Master,
yeah.
the dwarf in like the very cobbled together leather armor. Odds and ends, the usual things we carry for travelers.
He shakes his head.
Yeah.
Does it look like they like just pulled in? Because we hadn't seen them earlier.
I mean, I'd say it's like as you're approaching, they've just arrived.
Yeah.
Unloading supplies, stuff. I mean, maybe while you guys were off in there, they've been here a little while, but not too long. If you approach Twilly Bob.
Yeah, I want to
Yep.
see.
Yeah,
If
let's
they
go.
got any new wares.
Let's see what we got
Oh,
today.
travelers! Whispered, he says, friends. What brings you to this far-off land?
Same thing as bringing us everywhere else.
Hmm.
Trouble and sometimes misery.
Two of my favorites.
Sure, when you can get some extra off of us.
Yes, coin for trade. A lovely deal for any supplies you may need.
Oh yes,
Oh,
yeah,
yes,
many
yes,
supplies.
yes.
What? I'm afraid, it may be tricky for you to get any of your usual supplies. The premium stock has been, embargoed, shall we say.
I know what you mean.
Understood.
Oh, well, certain, travel restrictions and whatnot. But we should be, holed up in this town for a little while, staying on our lovely boat as you're familiar with.
Yes.
But, should any local politics shift, perhaps there may be more interesting wares in store for you.
Excellent.
Under.
Good
Glad
to
to hear it.
Good to hear.
No, we keep the good stuff in the back.
We need to overthrow the church so we can get some new stuff.
Now, I didn't say anything like that. Oh, no,
No,
good old Gilly,
no,
whatever his name
it's
is.
more of like making them come to their senses. But I think that's going to be difficult.
Same kind of stuff in that way.
So, you need any supplies?
What do you have?
What do you have right now?
Any bread, any barley?
Bread and barley, of course. And we also would have some things, just
Potions?
some healing potions, potions to give you vitality.
That might be interesting.
Probably at this point, we might actually have to use it.
Potion?
Oh yeah.
Potions, because wait, can anybody around us hear still?
I would say
Out in public.
Willie Bob, being how he is, would have kind of motioned you guys slightly away from the regular riffraff while talking to you. Anyway, saying stuff does it in a very exaggerated, putting on a show manner.
All right.
Also, I'd say it is probably worth noting. All the clothing they're wearing, other than Twilly Bob, is like everyone else price more drab, toned down clothing.
Right.
Looks like they blend in. But Twilly Bob has kept the like ostentatiously colored clothes.
Makes sense.
I don't really need any potions, but if you...
I could use some healing potions.
Ditto.
Well, I do have 2 in stock. Picked up from the last port we were at. Wink. For such valued customers, I could let them go for 200 gold apiece.
That's
Gold or potions?
potion.
I'll pay.
Check my other sheet. All right. Well, actually, I'm in need of some easy access to money. I was wondering if what you might be able to give me either in trade or gold for that.
What is it? Staff of Arachnid Command?
Yeah.
What was the rarity of that item? Did you have that on there?
Don't
Let's see if that was a normal item or one I made.
there's somewhere.
Yeah. I don't fighters. Maybe not. I think that's one that lets you basically charm arachnids, right?
Yes.
Probably rare. Oh yes, this fancy walking stick. I think I could pay you a fair sum. Couple hundred 0 gold coins. You'd offer you 2,000 gold for it.
Sure.
Unless I look at that and it's just that effect. Yeah, so for that he would let's see. Which that is decent. Trying to remember. Very specific, though. It effectively replicates a 8-level spell, but very, very specifically.
Very specifically, yes.
Yeah. That's going to be at least
Pretty much why I'm trying to get rid of it.
Probably bump it up to probably 4,000 gold, I'd say, actually.
All right.
The specifics of it, because the dominate monster effect is pretty good.
Yes.
So
4,000 gold. I'd also like to buy that healing potion.
just 1 or 2.
I'll buy both.
So 400 gold off, so 3,600 gold.
I'm afraid if I pull out my flaming sword to sell, it'd probably cause alarm.
Huh?
Nah, no.
What was it?
Nothing. I was just thinking about pulling out the flaming sword, but I think that would be causing alarm.
Pulling out a flaming sword. So it depends on how you present it.
I know I had healing potions. I must not have copied it over. I got the other paper in the car.
Check on.
I got the major one at the very least.
Yeah.
Sworn I wrote it down.
Yeah. Weird. All right. No, but so I would say, as far as like fancy magical wares, they don't have any available for you
No, right now.
for now.
I was
Really?
Boss would probably be wondering, like, do you have? It seems like we're going to be facing some witches and werewolves right now. Do you know if you have anything of silver make right now at the moment, or that would be beneficial,
Or
against
silver
them?
coating.
Exactly.
Well, if you were looking to do something of a currency exchange, I've probably got enough silver coin for you to coat a weapon.
We're working in the forest.
So do we.
Yeah, let's say if you use, give or take 100 silver coins, melted down, that'd be enough to silver a weapon or
Okay.
10 pieces of ammunition. You'd need to find a blacksmith to do it, though.
I'm in good relations with one right now.
I had a feeling. Probably still like all dirtied up and using a forge.
Yep.
But I mean, so you can like trade off silver coins. So it'd be 10 gold's worth of silver coins effectively. So it'd be 100 silver. If you're trying to like silver a normal weapon.
Right. I'm just trying to say, like, so.
If you have magic weapons, though, they're already
Right.
Yeah,
Well, except.
same thing.
Magic weapons work.
Okay. Yeah. I was just thinking.
Yeah, but sometimes subtlety is the best thing right now.
Right.
It's true.
So that's why I'm like, I could make a weapon that's.
And especially when it comes to the church, they would actually love to use those.
Right.
Yeah.
What would 40 get me for that?
400 silver.
That would be. I would do that. I would
Be enough to coat 4 weapons.
No.
He's just
we
exchanging his
have?
silver with someone basically.
We have like thousands of silver.
I mean, he's basically just trading over. It's like being at,
Oh, okay.
it's like being at the register and just doing being at the bank and doing a 1-for-1 trade.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got dollars, but I need quarters.
Yeah.
We got laundry to do. Wolf laundry. Wolfskin rug to clean.
So you said how many of that was?
Yeah, 400.
400.
If you're using it for just materials, you could coat 4 weapons or 40 pieces of ammo.
Okay. Yeah, and that's probably what I'm going to be using it for. I basically am using my pay from the forge to make these.
You said they had guns here, right?
They do have guns.
Is there like a... Yeah, I want to get a gun.
Oh,
And then make some bullets. I would imagine...
funny you should mention that, my friend. I do have a selection of firearms available from the mainland.
Yeah, let's see them.
You can effectively get a flintlock, a double-barreled flintlock, a long rifle, or a blunderbuss.
With a long rifle, probably like more range.
So long rifle is like, yeah, definitely a lot more effective range.
The longbow.
The pistols would be, like 40, 80 range. Long rifle is like 100, 200. Actually, no, this would be like a rudimentary one. So you'd probably be at like 80, 120 range best on.
So what would Jim be wanting to get?
Jim has a significantly better gun than any of
He
you.
does, like she has to blend in.
The double barrel flintlock be?
Uh,
And it's just like this one's just like 2 shots.
2-shot flintlock. It's an action to reload it.
Reload it.
Yeah.
So have it loaded. 2 shots.
yeah.
I'm not using it for the rest of the fight.
Pretty much.
Fun.
Huh?
Fun fact.
There you go.
Gonna use the ginger ale thing. The cut plate.
24-pack ginger ale for your pizza.
Yeah, how much of that one do you have? Probably good.
So it would probably be. I'm trying to think. It would be like 1,000 gold. So it's pretty expensive because it's considered new expensive technology. Ooh, let's see here.
Woodley Bob, you don't happen to have any amber pieces on.
And it'd be a bit weird. We've only really stocked for the place we're headed to. We got some other stuff stored away, but probably not amber specifically.
Just looking for a couple of chunks.
Hey, bro, can you do anything with topaz? Because I have a couple of.
No, it's got to be amber.
Darn it.
I give him. I have like a bar of platinum. I just give him that.
Yeah. Ah, wonderful. Feel like some people look wide-eyed as you trade off this bar of platinum. And you got the new gun, spin and twirl. Ah, and with each purchase, it comes with 6 free rounds.
Oh, okay.
Did you want to buy more ammo for this gun?
Do they have silver bullets?
No, they
Yeah.
wouldn't have like specifically silvered bullets.
Someone who just got
Yeah, I was gonna see if Vosh can do that.
I'll say you've got a guy who could make silvered weapons at
Yep.
any time. He's got a bunch of silver now.
Yep.
Go with the bunch of silver you've got. How much silver does Chester have? He's got all it stored away, right?
Oh, I thought
Oh, it's Frog who has a
Brooks
ton
and
of
I have
silver.
fun.
Yeah, he has a ton of silver, but we have to find a place where he
might
can take
actually
it
have a
out.
literal tongue.
Hold on. One at a time. One at a time.
No, it's always everyone's done first.
I think they stopped.
There was a question. Was there a book? Remember, there was a book that was in the previous world. What was it called? The clockwork thing? Steam something.
You know what you're talking about.
I was gonna say, I know you were specifically, you had seen it and it burnt up, basically, right?
Yeah.
Was it that it had burnt up or it was?
It was when I tried to touch it, like it burnt up, and I automatically caught the name of the title before it burnt up.
Yeah. Was it the Clockwork City?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would be like, I have a question. Is there a book about a clockwork city? Do you have in your collection?
I get to roll dice.
Anybody's questioning, we do literally have a ton of stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
1,200 pounds?
Just out of
2,000
curiosity.
Yeah, so if you need it, just ask Greg to get it. Give it to me. I make it, and there you go.
Yeah, I would mention that. I would say to Frog, ask him if Vosh could take some silver with him to work and make some silver bullets to this one up.
Yeah, I'll have to get it to you later.
Yeah.
And I wanted to use this to make some daggers for us all. Like,
I have a magical weapon. I don't need one.
I know. Well, this is just for while we're here. Actually, or some kind of like thing to
That
bring
talk down.
to blend in.
Well, we're making silvered weapons.
He's talking magical with.
Oh,
Yeah, he's talking magical. I'm like, no, we need something to blend in.
Holy weapons.
Holy weapons are
I mean, my
totally
weapon
blessed by
literally
the
I can
church.
Exactly.
Summon from a fucking
Just lie about it.
No, we've got some.
Lying.
Bless it right here. I play with it.
It's
He's
a
blessing it.
it's a holy man-eating flying carpet.
He was made
It's a,
by the
it's
heavens.
a carpet from the church.
Oh, don't worry. It's only on sale for $19.99.
And your immortal soul. Let me see. So I haven't heard of it, but I'll ask Gaius if he's heard anything of this Clockwork City. He doesn't like to deal with the riffraff. He's decided to stay below deck and
That's fair enough.
scroll through some ancient tome.
Is that the human that's usually on the side?
Ah, yes, Gaius the Great.
We haven't met him yet.
No,
He's not the most personable of people.
talkative one of
You
the bunch.
related to Gilbert.
No. He's more of a man of scholarly pursuits than religious.
Your kind of person.
Need him.
Is he the wizard? He's like the
No.
wizardy looking one, right?
He does look very stereotypically wizard-like. I told him he should really change up his style. Man wearing the bright red and white.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much. If any information could be helpful.
Yes, but I mean, if you want to imagine Gaius, he's a grumpy old man, wizard, not very good with people. I'm sure that must be very hard for all of you to imagine. But,
Yeah, I just don't know anyone like that.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
sure we don't.
but he's a very intelligent man. That's why we keep him around.
Does he insult you guys a lot?
Oh yes, of course.
That
Anytime
must
we
come with the
interrupt his
territory,
studies,
We don't know what that's like.
Gotta meet this guy.
he's always calling people idiots and simpletons and
Yeah,
telling us
sounds about right for
we know
someone we know.
nothing of the magic we deal with. Oh yeah, actually, he would catch himself before saying that. Yes, but actually, yeah, no, that would probably be like very hushed conversation,
Yeah, right.
or like it'd probably be other people kind of cleared away at this point.
Yeah,
He goes, "Oh, I got to remember myself here."
yeah, this place sucks.
Yeah, sometimes when you travel a lot, you got to get used to dealing with the indigenous peoples and their silly traditions.
Yeah, you can't do freaking fun stuff. You can't do it.
I would say before we leave, like, be careful. There's been some murders and stuff. So, I mean, I know you guys are probably legit, but if you see anything funny, let us know.
I would like to get involved in local politics. We're planning on driving out steering this thing out to sea for the night.
Oh, okay, that what you're doing?
We don't have
Or-
to deal with any local riffraff. Couple of rough-looking folk over there. Hate to have to clean them up.
I would love to see them do the thing.
It would be, I would say, very much the it'd be like a band of bandits go to bother high-level adventures.
Yeah.
There's one way you could find out how they play.
Yeah, right? I don't want to do that. I feel like that Goliath would murder me.
Ooh, it turned into pulp.
Alright. Do we have enough time to do anything else? Or is that's pretty much like the night?
I mean, you guys probably spent like an hour or two talking to them there. It's like late afternoon. You guys want to go? You guys basically just want to go interact with any of the people you were already kind of investigating. I know you investigated the one lady,
I want to check out the
Seamus, and the older lady.
What about
Well, I would also let everyone know about the dagger that was stolen from the forge.
most likely
Actually,
nuclear weapon.
Can you make a possible replica of it? We could actually use it for the height and distance.
Well, I don't know the exact specifications at the moment, but I could probably ask him if he can make a replica.
Just like of the cheapest materials, so at least we can confirm the blade size and just look for the wounds.
Ask him if he remembers anybody like coming around more often before that blade went missing.
Yeah,
You've got to have some idea of who took it, unless someone broke into his home.
well, he said it disappeared 3 days ago,
Yeah, I
and
know.
he couldn't find it anywhere.
But like, ask him tomorrow when you go to work. Be like,
Yeah.
did anybody, is anybody coming around more often?
Who was interested in it?
Yeah, who was interested in it? I bet you somebody showed interest in it. And then if you could make me some silver bullets.
Oh,
I
yeah.
imagine, the forge master knows how to make silver bullets, right?
He would.
Yeah.
I would say so. If you're wanting to like make bullets, so you would have like you'd also probably have to buy like black powder for this stuff. I'd say if you buy enough black powder to have them usable, it'd be like you mark off the extra like 20 gold. Or how many are you trying to make? Like the 10?
Yeah, just like 10.
So yeah, he'd use 100 silver worth to make silver bullets,
Yeah.
and you just have to mark off like probably 20 gold worth in black powder
Okay,
that's
sweet.
usable. I just mark if you have like the powder to use the gun.
Yeah.
I'll just go ahead and mark that off. Just.
I mean, you still have it for now. You haven't done anything yet. So
Right,
just
I know,
keep
I'm
that
just
you
doing-
have the 400 silver
I know. I'm still.
until you actively do it, because you're
Yeah.
kind of done with the forge.
How many bullets with 100 silver?
In D&D logic, it makes 10 silver pieces of ammunition.
All right.
With all these weapons, and also we can ask them to be used by some church members as well.
You could go around giving people silvered weapons. That could lead to interesting results.
No, it'd probably be best
Or
if
selling them.
That too.
You could give people a silver weapon
Yeah,
and go, this kills werewolves.
Now that they think there's a pack of werewolves.
You can start selling them at profit.
Have them be blessed by the church and everything.
Exactly.
Actually, this could get us well into control with the church.
Yep. Same.
So actually, we should make these weapons for the church, and we can actually get in good with them. Actually,
Excellent idea.
Why don't we go and mention that to him while we still have some time?
would that be all right with everyone, or does this sound like a very dark idea that we're giving weapons?
Give the town weapons to defend themselves from a werewolf you think is
Yeah.
attacking?
Dark about that.
That's not dark.
You're
It's defense.
Possibly witches.
You're truly evil people.
Yeah, kill all of them. Kill all the heretics.
Oh, okay, he's making it dark. All right. And it's
The best way to find out if someone's a werewolf. Stab them.
If we killed them, they were a werewolf.
best way to find if someone's a witch or not. Drown them. If they float, they're a witch. If they drown, they weren't a witch.
They drown, they weren't a witch. If they float, they're a witch, and now you gotta kill them.
But you can't drown them because you know that won't work.
Burn them.
Okay. So what do you guys actually do for me? Reeling you in.
I want to
Pick,
go.
pick a location. It's like 4 o'clock.
Hanu's gonna go to the widow's house.
Honey wants to go to the widow's house.
That's what I'm
Do you still want to go to the church and all that?
I
Do you guys
still think
want
it's
to
a
do
good
it
idea.
now, or do you want to do it like if you're already going to go there on another day? Because you don't currently have any silvered weapons to offer.
Sure.
2.
That too, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
It would-
Yeah, we can
but-
wait until tomorrow.
I'd say I don't know if it might be a better idea to bring up when you actually have said silver weapons.
probably wait till we better have the silver
Yeah.
weapons.
Okay.
All right, so you want to go to the widow's house? Was anyone else willing to come along with him for that, or
Yeah,
do you have some
yeah.
other plans?
I might as well.
I'll join.
All right. So, you would have on your little map there in the northwest, overlooking the graveyard,
Yeah, the lady overlooking the graveyard.
and the dingy little shack next to the graveyard, along with like a good distance off, you'd see like little put together houses, basically living quarters off of the church, and it looks down upon the church. Sorry, looking for a thing.
What time does the music usually start playing?
I've been
People have been trying to keep
trying
track
to
of
figure
that.
that out.
'Cause it's been different times. Hanu's been looking into that.
Okay.
Any luck on your freaking earplugs?
Yeah, you got earplugs, so not hard to make.
So, as you guys make your way up, you would see this house up on the hill would be, unlike a lot of the other houses, like more large 2-story building. It seems to have, the rest of it looks a bit older, but newly constructed on it seems to be this widow's walk that overlooks the town.
Okay.
And it does look a bit like cobbled together. Not necessarily the safest either.
You can get the rat permits.
It looks like it wasn't part of the original design and a bit rickety.
On the way, I'm taking bits of wool and beeswax and using my fingers to work the wax into the wool. Basically, make it a set of six pairs of earplugs.
I think you got enough for one, what you had done before.
Chunk of beeswax and some wool. That's a lot of earplugs.
Fair enough. All right. So, you guys get to the house on the hill. What do you want to do? Just knock. Whatever.
Yeah.
Just give a knock.
And
After-
the thing looks rickety.
Sometime, you would have a very old woman makes her way to the door, kind of hobbling over. She would have like this black with tinges of gray hair, kind of worn down, soft green eyes, and as she opens the door, would be like, "Hello, who are you all? What are you doing here?"
We're new to town. We're looking to. Really, we heard you like to watch the town, and was wondering if you had seen anything suspicious with these murders happening or attacks. We're trying to figure out what they are.
Oh, yes, any rumors of all these crazy activities. Yes, I'd seen coming in. This group off the last boat. They looked like ruffians. Looked like trouble. I'd heard from some people. It sounded like they had a troubled past. Were running from something. I suspect they may be criminals.
Do you know where they started working?
I know they had a house near the fishing district. I think they had been doing work there, but I heard very poor workers. Much besides pulling in heavy nets, they're no good. They always knock off a little bit early. You go drinking at the roadhouse.
Interesting.
Yes, they look like trouble.
Anything else you saw?
Well, that scandal in the church was finally revealed. I was wondering how long it was going to take for that reverend to come clean.
At least he did come clean.
Yes, he did. Oh, I thought they were going to do worse. I was sure they were going to hang him, but
I tried.
you'd have deserved it too. Oh, letting that poor girl go treated so poorly all along. Should have just come clean right away. What a fool.
I agree.
You seem to have a
The character's trying to hold his anger in.
Easy though, Dan.
you seem to have a good finger on the pulse of this town. Yeah, you kind of know everyone, don't you?
Oh, yes. Well, since my husband's passing, about a year and a half ago, I had this lovely widow's walk constructed, and it gives me a great view of the town. Actually, this purple boat had come by one time, and they sold me this very lovely pair of binoculars.
Know anything about the werewolf?
Oh, I'd heard speculation that it was a werewolf, but I haven't seen it myself. But I'd heard there were gruesome attacks. Werewolf sounds right. I'd actually heard there's apparently a pack of these werewolves.
Yeah,
I wonder where you got that idea from.
Yes. I've been making sure to stay in at night. Oh, and I heard actually they are going to start imposing a curfew now as well.
A curfew.
Yeah, I heard that too. I forgot to tell you guys.
Nobody allowed out after sundown.
Except
Close
for
to that now.
what about soldiers and all that?
I believe anybody with inquisitor status or some form of law enforcement position, they are allowed to be walking about, but any normal civilians,
How many people?
suspicious activity.
How many people do you think will have to stay inside for the night?
Well, I mean, if everybody's staying inside, then surely nobody could be killed by this wolf, or it would cause enough commotion for someone to get there if it was trying to break into a building. Would keep the people safe.
The people at the farm, the murder at the farm seemed like werewolves, and that was inside, wasn't it?
That one wasn't. So it was someone who was out in the.
I thought they were inside.
No, it was. They were out walking about.
I have my doubts about that at all.
Well, I mean, it's an idea at least to keep the people safe.
Also, I heard that the blacksmith he lost one of his daggers. Did you see anyone 3 days ago sneaking around the smith?
That's quite far away from my home. I don't really have a good view of the blacksmith.
Oh, okay.
Nothing interesting ever goes on over there, though. Oh, but someone stole a knife. What did it look like?
He said it was just a decorative wall piece that he was going to
Do you
put.
give like the description he would have given you of it, or
Yeah.
just say that?
Yeah,
Like,
just-
the silver, like nice
Silver,
knife.
silver.
I'll
Nice.
see if anybody's seen this. Curious. Thief in town. Trouble.
Trying to narrow people down off our list. I mean, wait, how many people do you think live in this town? You had to give me a rough estimate.
Been here a while. New families come all the time. I was on one of the first boats in here. Our house was actually one of the first few built.
Oh, it is quite lovely.
Yes, they stopped going for the two-story look, though. Got being quite a bit of work. My husband was a handy man, but since his passing, all the knowledge lost. These imbeciles can barely put together shacks.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I kind of got that feeling because your widow's walk looks kind of about like it's about to fall apart.
She like glances up towards it. Oh no, it's fine. You should have your eyes checked.
Okay.
Besides, what do you think I weigh?
I'm not saying.
It's,
I'm not, okay.
how many people live in the town? Here it is. Let me think. How many families were there? She takes a moment and goes, hmm. If remembering right, I think there was somewhere around 200. But no, I think there's only 100. So many now. Not sure.
Have there been any major disappearances?
Yeah, you've been here for a while. Have a lot of people? Do people go missing often?
Hmm. Seems like people come and go. It hasn't been an unusual thing to see people just wandering off into the woods and never coming back.
Seems odd.
I know, it's a strange
You've
thing
like
to
seen
do.
people just start walking?
It's like they've been called off by some sort of nature spirit or something and
A
just
weird lullaby?
wandered away.
Must be the natives.
Hmm. I don't know of any other tribes or groups we've seen around here, so it begs the question, where could they be going? But it hasn't been the strangest occurrence for people to just up and leave the settlement, decide they've been done with it, and move on to somewhere else.
I want to ask you about the Milford family.
Oh, the Milfords. Oh, they're lovely. New family that's settled here. The
New?
hus, well, same as most of the people here. They
Okay.
haven't been with the oldest boat. Probably been settled here at least a year now. No, it might be closer to 2. I know they had just had a baby not too long ago. Nice little started a homestead. Husband's a hard worker.
Nothing weird about them?
Not that I've heard of. Which is almost unusual in itself. Everybody's got some sort of dirty laundry to hear about.
You've never heard anything bad about them.
No, not that I recall.
Hmm.
Do you have a question,
No,
young man?
no, I'm just thought.
I must. Oh, sorry.
I think we should get back to the town proper before sunset.
Were you about to say
Agreed.
something, ma'am?
I was going to say, yes, that's quite the sword you've got on your hip. Is there some sort of story behind that thing? Ooh.
Wait, what did I think?
You and your 12-foot katana.
Oh, this. Yeah, I kind of wanted a tournament.
Can
So
you give me a deception check?
actually, no, he was given to them, but I would say like, let me rephrase
Oh,
that.
yeah.
I was gonna say if you said you won it.
Yeah, Vosh would have given him kind of like a hard
Well,
look at
that would
that
be like
point.
it was given to me by him.
I wanted an attorney.
Oh.
I thought he would have more use of it than I would.
I'd assume on some far off land.
Yes.
It's a unique piece.
Yeah.
I'm afraid if I open it up, it's gonna glow and all that.
How's that thing glow?
It's necrotic.
Yeah, I mean, so you got it sheathed. He like pulls through it. Oh, no need to pull it out, young man. I was just impressed with the size of the weapon. That's all.
It's fine. It's fine.
Well, if there was nothing else, I must be going to get my dinner started.
Yes, ma'am.
Pulls
Sorry
it,
to have
pulls it out.
disturbed you.
Very, very, very vast.
He's But I'll keep an eye out for any suspicious activities.
Thank you, ma'am.
Keep an eye on those ruffians.
Yes, they could be up to trouble. I like to, you let any nuisances that come up, get reported to the sheriff right away.
Okay.
I'm sure he appreciates that.
Oh, yes. He loves when I, call for him with, memos, send his, that younger deputy fellow, what is he, the half-orc, I believe?
Oh boy.
Peter. Yes, he always sends him to, collect a written statement, from me. Anytime we have, nuisance noises or people littering or any of the other disturbances people cause in the town.
Down, Karen.
So you guys make your way away.
Yeah,
Yeah. I'm passing out the earplugs.
Oh. Oh, thanks, Brent.
One for Jester.
Everybody has one earplug for Justice.
And I'm placing mine in immediately.
All right. Now I will also say, for reference, if you guys are using earplugs, there are some key things to do. If you're wearing them properly, it would give you the deafened condition.
Yep.
Meaning, you cannot hear anything anybody else is saying. Also, if you attempt to cast any spells, you would have to make a check to succeed at doing them if they have any verbal components. So it would hinder you as if you are deafened.
Some sort of new chewing gum.
Put it in your
Eat
ears.
it.
Suspicious about this music being played. I think we should stand watch and see what goes on around after the music plays.
I can agree with that.
Agreed.
Fair enough.
If one of you wants to go without the earplugs, you'd be perfect to let us know when it happens.
I won't put the earplugs in. I can.
I'm studying the song anyway, so I'll continue to study.
Okay. I have been trying to
Yeah,
figure
Well,
out.
at least this will give me silence.
I'll do it before it
Trust
gets
me,
real.
I'm with you, brother.
He no longer hears anything else. Jim, for reference, also has earplugs now.
Old Dan would probably just get in a sitting position and just pray and everything.
Yeah.
Are we heading back to the?
What are you guys doing?
Yeah, I'd probably head back to
Is it
inn.
getting like sunset? You said.
Yeah.
Right? But they have
Sure.
nobody's like let us know. Like the church hasn't said anything.
So
about
as you
it,
guys
right?
are making your way back, ding, ding, ding,
Playing a marching song back to.
Is that the curfew thing?
they would announce the curfew officially as it gets
And-
towards evening,
And this is the time we have to head back.
requesting
Yeah.
everybody return to their homes and dwellings for their own safety. Huh?
Would I still be allowed outside because I'm a private investigator?
You are. I would say you would also gotten Frug deputized, so you and Frug would have permission to effectively patrol the streets at your own risk.
Do you want to patrol the streets?
I think we should stick close together.
And
Understood.
it's like, yeah, I'll just go back, play my part, go back to
That's fine.
the inn, pray to Bahamut, and put the earplugs in and go to bed.
All right, here we go.
All right, so you put in earplugs.
Stay with them.
I'm with Frug.
So you're staying with them, but not putting those in.
Yep.
And then you weren't wearing them.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm trying to figure out like roughly
tag
what
in
time
on
it
for that?
starts.
No, I'm back at the inn.
So you're just going back to the inn. Are you wearing or just going to bed like normal?
Yep.
It's just normal.
Yeah, it's like pray to Bahamut and put my earplugs in and go to bed.
Alright. And
Right now, I wish I had telepathy. Actually, do
I
I?
mean, Jasper can talk to us.
Yeah.
Right.
Jaster within 10 foot can
Yeah.
hit telepathy.
Perfect.
Yep.
Let us know when it kicks in.
I will.
Yeah. Nice little things.
All right.
So you guys are basically going to stay out. So I will ask, where are you guys going to stake out or patrol around? And so Hanu and Jaster are coming as well.
I'm gonna stay at the inn. I think
You're staying at the inn.
I don't have. I'm gonna get in trouble. I mean, they could say I'm with them, but I'm not a deputy or an actual.
She's following the curfew.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm just
same.
gonna head home.
All right.
And
Then
both of us, we could speak up for Jaster. It's some issue.
Yeah, I don't want to
Hopefully
bring
nothing on
too many people. Might be harder for them.
Raise some sort of
So I'll
alarm.
wait up for you guys at the end.
Stay safe.
Pulls his hands on his blade just in case for a situation. Even though he has a really good perception, he can't really hear much.
So no, your perception is significantly worse when you are deaf. You have disadvantage on any perception that has to do with listening. And so while deafened, you're walking around. You can look for things in the darkness of these now mostly empty streets. Most people have like darkened their homes, and
Just all you hear is a.
you hear. Well, I'd say you hear.
No.
Nothing specifically.
No. But I can imagine an owl hooting out there. It's like.
You don't know what you hear. You already deaf.
Yeah, but at least it's calming and peaceful at the very least. With the
John,
night
you
sky.
hear an owl hooting.
No, I put the earplugs in.
Oh, you do put earplugs in.
Yeah, that's what I said. When I went to bed.
Saying you just heard some loud barking.
My hawk doesn't have earplugs.
The hawk doesn't have earplugs in.
Thinking, keep his ears clean.
All right. Hanu, you hear an owl hooting.
Chickens.
All right. So, sorry. What part of town are you guys patrolling?
I think we should be closer to the residential areas.
Yeah.
I want to say so, like, kind of quadrants of the city. What sort of area are you going? Because there's towards like southwest. There's more houses. Northeast. There's more houses. Northwest. There's like good section of houses.
Which way is the coast? Is it on the east?
The coast is southern to the town.
Southern.
So, like the one murder had taken place in like southwest part of town. The other two had been more northwest than town.
So do you want to do the southwest or the northern
I
part?
think of the north.
All right.
Then two
I'm
up there.
suspicious about where some of these people might be disappearing to.
I will.
Music might
So yeah,
So
let's do that.
I think the lullaby is luring them. That would make sense.
it's possible. I mean, it can make sense with people with a
Lullaby.
magic strength.
Now, could I have Hanu roll me a d6?
D6. 4.
Right.
circling above.
Can you roll me a d6?
Me a D6? Oh, boy.
Yes.
Where's my D6?
8 encounters.
Where's my D6? Oh, that's the one.
The square one.
Square
He
one.
goes in the square hole. 5.
All right. Could you roll me a d6?
Nat one.
All right. So,
Luckily, I have my earplugs in, so.
So do I.
you guys patrol around. Hanu, you do not hear the music tonight.
Okay.
Huh.
Well, this fucks everything.
Yes, it does.
We did. As you guys are wandering around, Jaster, what's your passive perception? Perception plus 10. 13?
Down the tower.
Jack of all trades, so
Oh,
anything I
okay.
don't have perfect.
I was thinking persuasion for some reason, I believe. Okay. So yes, with that, you would see something prowling in the woodline. You'd be able to hear like leaves rustling and hear the shifting of some kind of a creature.
There's something over there.
Did you say that telepathy or wise or?
Yeah.
You basically have to do it to one of you at a time, though. Is the
Yeah, it's
so it's slower, but
There's something over there. I can't quite see it from here.
Did you
Send
hear?
my hawk to explore.
Ooh, good idea.
all right. So this would be like over in the section of woods and trees. How low are you sitting? You're trying to look from above.
From above, but yeah,
Hawk have dark vision.
probably not. Good vision.
Unless it's dark. That'd be very relevant for the hawk in dark. This is
Actually-
like almost complete darkness.
Actually, I can ignite I can put a light on the hawk.
Yeah, but that's what
The cast light on the hawk.
Oh, right, yeah.
But he's got
able. He's
Oh,
got
yeah,
holy
you
magic.
can-
Yeah, he's a cleric.
You could also say you're investigating.
That's very true. So I mean, you
I pick
cast
up
the
a-
light on the hawk.
How far away is this? looking
Um, so you guys are back off a main road. You have the map for me, so I give them a good idea of like where they're at roughly and where this stuff's happening.
Like,
So,
I'm guessing it's more than 120 feet away.
yeah. So with where you guys are, you're in more northwestern section of town. This would probably be. So if you're going more towards this way, where like farm and stuff was, this would be out similar towards where this widow's house is, but less marked on here. There would be some like woods there, as they kind of stretch out around the whole northern section of the city.
So we would be
It'd
like
be
right
more
here.
towards if you were farther west there, towards kind of outskirts, but there's still some houses there. So pretty far west in the town is where you would hear this like a shuffling of things going on. So in this section, I'm not too far off from the widow's house, but in a couple, there'd be a few other houses kind of built around there. So it'd be off into the woods, maybe about somewhere within 100 foot, but he couldn't get a good sight. It's somewhere within earshot.
Cast light on this rock.
All right.
Light.
Give the rock to the hawk. So drop it where you hear something shuffling around. See, and try to get a good look at it. Come back and report.
So you throw the rock.
No.
Oh, sorry. You give the hawk the rock. Have the hawk go in that direction
can't throw
towards the sound and drop the rock. Okay. So the hawk flies over with a glowing 30-foot of light rock.
Yep.
20 and 20, I think.
20 and 20.
Still good range.
Trying to figure out what's going on.
It's the best we got because we don't want to also be caught by surprise. We're going out of our element here.
I'd rather not cast spells if I can avoid it.
So you're having it just basically fly over that space, so like somewhere above the woods, you just drop it.
Just drop it.
It's like dropping into like canopy of the trees.
Yeah.
Um,
Try to get a look at it. Just report back.
So I'd say, Jaster, you would hear like snarling and shuffling from the woods where this light drops down. Hear like the smashing of like tree branches breaking,
Something big over there.
and you would see like probably a flash of red, like that of a fox, darting through the woods away. If you're using your hawk to perceive, or just you're getting like mental images from it.
Well, when it comes back, it can report back.
So as it
Further
comes,
away.
yeah. So as it comes back in range, gives you like flashing images of like you see the tufts of red fur, hear the snapping of branches, and see something rushing off. As the light like drops down, it actually like kind of strikes out at it and rushes away from the area as it runs off further into the woods, away from this happening.
This is the thing we're looking for, I'm pretty sure.
Jaster hears this. Walden, can you read an intelligence check? What? I'm just seeing how well you can read Fred's lips as he says this.
Just at normal intelligence.
Yeah.
Well, that's negative. Oh wow, that's a 17.
So like you're making out most of what Frug's saying, even though you're deafened.
So
Like
follow it. Go.
Prepare for anything. Prepare for anything then.
Hop lead the way, but let's go.
so, I'd say beyond like having this, you have it go back to the glowing rock and kind of go like lantern style with it. I'd say because otherwise it can't see.
Oh, my halo still lights up too. Right.
That was very dim light. I think that was like about 5-10 foot around you?
Yeah.
You guys can mostly see in the dark. The bird can't really. It can see about 40 foot in front of it.
Forget it. We'll just go without the hawk.
Jaster can see about 120 foot in front of him. So
I'm just gonna try to keep an eye on the thing as we run after it.
So no music. You heard anything?
Oh, no music yet.
Very strange.
Found one of the werewolves, though. Perhaps it'll lead me back to the rest of the pack.
Did it seem big, like a werewolf? Or
It seemed
was
large.
Yeah. You said it's more like fox-like?
I'd say color was like,
Oh, okay.
As he gets ready to have, say, he's like puts a silent prayer in his head
Just
for his
like the
blade
fur that we found
to strike hard and
yeah,
fast.
same color as the fur you would have found. So, all right, you guys go in pursuit.
Yes.
So you go into the woods, like where it was, vague direction you saw it go from.
Mm-hmm. Keeping an eye out for where it might have gone.
So would you like to try and like follow tracks of it, or are you trying to like look out for signs of it?
Mostly looking out for signs of it, but I
But
don't see anything.
more perception or survival. Let's say I'd like perception if you're trying to just follow it.
Perception 23.
Really good.
23. Yeah. You do see you see quickly the traces of like broken branches and clawed trees, and begin following in that direction. And as you like carry on going, you see, more and more signs this thing has gone by. But after a while, less and less. You guys continue following it, but it seems like you're not gaining any ground on it. This thing seems to be moving through daily city.
Here, puppy.
It's like you're following its trail, but so far it's led you deeper into the woods.
Basically lost its trail.
So you're following the trail for now. The trail keeps going, but it's just kind of looping through the woods a lot.
I've got a bad feeling this is an ambush.
Try to predict where it will go next. Try to cut it off.
I think we should continue following the trail.
You're going to give me an intelligence check if you're doing that.
Able to give him guidance, or
8.
You're pretty confident. You got a good idea where this thing's going.
Okay. Going this way.
Guys are following Justin. Can you roll me a d8? At this point, you would lose its trail. As you try and predict where this thing would be going and try and cut it off by going faster, you seem to have guessed the direction incorrectly, as it has more erratic movements than you had originally thought.
I don't think divination is going to really help with this.
They could.
Divination?
Divination is.
It could be really helpful.
Yeah, actually. All right, yeah,
What divination would be helpful?
Yes, my God.
Can I ask my god a single question regarding a current event, goal, or activity within 7 days? Oh, I get to be cryptically. Are you casting divination?
I might as well for the heck of it, but I'm trying to figure out.
What are you asking?
That's the question. I don't know.
No, these fucking witches are.
No, it has to be. There might be a short phrase, cryptic rhyme, or an omen.
Yeah, I'd give you one of those things if you ask that.
If we, let's see. If we continue along this path to look for the werewolf, what will be the results of it? If it is a werewolf,
You just ask who the werewolf is.
or who the werewolf is. But the question is,
So what are you asking specifically? Ask the question before you get the answer.
all right,
Lock in the question.
what do you think though?
Who the werewolf is.
Who is
Or
the
who the beast killing those things, those people are. Yes, because it may not be a werewolf.
what is the beast that is killing the creatures? They're killing the people.
What is the beast?
Town.
The beast.
Where is the beast that is killing the people of this town? There we go. That's better.
Zoldan, as you cast divination, you roll me a d20.
I don't like that. I don't like that. 16?
The voice you hear calling back to you is one unfamiliar to you. Not the voice of your god that you would recognize.
Uh-oh!
You hear a woman's voice very shrilly speak to you. An abomination of a man. The same as when he is a monster. A scraggly beast.
He just, like, as soon as he does, like, the divination, like, he immediately opens up, like, what in the...
Like a witch.
What? Like, you can see he has, like, a shocked look on his face.
How's that answer? Where?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, if it was where it would be, it would have been something effective hidden in plain sight. Unfortunately, cryptic answer from someone who doesn't want to be the most helpful.
The thing is,
We go back, find the trail, follow it to its end.
the thing was, that wasn't my deity. That was something else.
That's something to discuss later. We need to go find the end of this trail.
Agreed.
God
Immediately.
isn't as strong as he thought he was. Tap the line.
So you guys try and go back and follow this trail?
Yeah.
Gaster, this will be a survival check to find your way
Can I
back
help
to
him?
this trail now. You can help, so you can go with advantage.
17 and yeah, 17.
17. With a 17, you wouldn't be able to find the trail. So you do find your way back to it. Could you give me a survival check as you follow?
This is a normal one?
I mean, you could be helping with it if you're not keeping a lookout or anything like that.
Right.
All right, so with advantage.
Dirty 20 and 22.
22. So you do follow this trail, and while it does continue in this path of basically ravaging through the woods, you see more kind of scratched sections of trees, spots where this creature has gone like up trees and through them. You'd see like some killed animals, like birds, maybe a deer, kind of torn to shreds in a similar manner. But then the trail changes. You'd see the impressions left on the ground are of a much smaller creature, and it shifts from things like the claw marks on trees to a trail of looks like bloodied fingertips, having left marks as if someone has stumbled along a tree. And this trail of footprints does lead you back to the little shack. The graveyard.
Famous.
Oh, about moving through the woods, you make your way the one attached to the gravekeeper. And this would probably be you spend like all night following around this trail as it basically loops you through the woods several times over. You guys are probably getting pretty tired at that point as well, but you've found where this has led. As early hours of dawn come in, you would hear someone crying out.
Let's check on Seamus. Seamus having
So what do you do? So you're at this little shack you guys have arrived at.
Yeah.
Do you keep the earplugs in as you're like moving around to check?
Nah, at this point I'll take him out.
Yeah, I'll take them
It's
out.
the morning, so you guys can hear again. Vosh, how early do you think you would wake up? Same for Hanu, I suppose.
I'd probably wake up around sunrise. Yeah.
You think with the earplugs in still?
Yeah. Well, I would probably put.
So you think you'd be sleeping in because of the earplugs? Do you think you'd still be up bright and early for it?
I'd still be up bright and early
All right, so
because
you would,
I had positioned myself like right where the sun.
yeah, get where the
is
sun's
laying.
waking you up. So
Yeah.
as you're waking up and like taking out the earplugs, you and Hanu would both be hearing like, cries coming out. Someone screaming bloody murder.
Oh no.
That you just basically hear someone crying out that there's been another killing. Would be what you guys hear for now. So you guys are awake and would hear that.
No rush.
Yep, same.
Now back to the other three. Outside the shack, what do you do?
Knock on the door.
I would actually like get in position just in case for situation.
What kind of position are you in? Standing there behind the door with the wiffle ball bat ready to go. 12-foot katana drawn behind the door.
I'll have my hand on my
Hand on the blade, ready for a.
You never know what kind of situation could happen.
Like prep or remove curse or something.
So are you basically like readying an attack action if he does anything crazy?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Look, you can't afford to be prepared at this point.
What would be the trigger for this attack to go off?
There's a claw.
So like he comes out swinging werewolf claws and all.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You knock on the door.
I'll pull out a straight razor.
All right.
Hide it.
Hidden razor and hand on the sword. As Brug knocks. Oh, who is it?
Church police.
Church police. What do you mean?
We're investigating some trouble last night.
Hold on, I need to get my cell phone locked in.
Does it smell- does
Does
it
he have red hair?
Yeah,
he
he
has
does.
not answered the door yet.
Oh, I thought we knew.
Does it smell like wet dog or wet fur?
He had been described as someone who had
Yeah.
red hair.
Oh.
That had been described to you. Just a moment.
Peek around.
A
Make sure
moment
he's
or
not.
two passes,
Make sure he's not skipping out the back.
checking around the backside. You would see as you look around the backside, a set of bloodied clothes, torn and covered in blood clothing, is chucked out the back window. Shut.
Uh-oh!
Come on, dude. That's stupid as fuck.
Do you do anything with that, or just kind of?
I'll pick them up and carry them around front.
So as he's doing that, in a bit of a haste, coming to the front door, freshly pulling on clothes, you would see this scruffy, a bit disheveled, of a bright red beard, head kind of balding in the middle, but the patch of red hair around it. Looking for this description a little better. Oh, you suck at stuff sometimes. Oh, there he is. Sorry, and he would be a dwarven.
Okay.
But sturdy build to him. Sorry about that. I had to get dressed. What was it you were all needing?
We have some questions down at the police station. Would you like you to come with us?
Yes.
You see, fairly obvious signs from in past perception of panic across his face.
It's probably nothing, so come with us.
Give me a persuade. Well, maybe it's more from being deceptive or persuasive.
We're deceptive.
Just has to think on that.
I might have to use Zone of Truth on this guy.
You see, he's opened up the door. Do you do anything with the bloodied clothes?
I still haven't come around the corner yet. I'm just sort of
6.
Please.
He goes to slam the door shut.
All right.
What is that?
I'm about to kick the door in.
Let's say you did your own sound effect. You didn't say what you were doing.
All right.
You gotta say what you're doing.
All right. I'm kicking the door in.
Okay, just for reference, this door does open to the outside.
Door says open to the outside.
Yes. So, give me a attack roll.
Can I just slice the door open?
You could attack with the giant katana.
I will
again,
break
yes.
the door with the blade.
I will say with your sword, yeah, you're not gonna have to roll on that. The sword's minimum damage will slice this rickety wooden door in half. So
A relatively isolated shack just near the graveyard.
It's basically built attached to the graveyard, so it's basically designed for a gravekeeper.
While he's doing that, I'm going around back.
All right. You see Jaster standing there holding like bloodied up clothes.
Found these chucked out the window just now.
Good.
You would see he attempts to scramble out the back window.
Come with us, please.
We have persuasion. I would say realistically with disadvantage, but
Oh, okay. Well,
it's
I
it's
failed
gonna
it
be
anyway.
he's.
I failed it anyway.
I can't do that. You know they'll kill me.
You don't, we'll kill you.
Please, I don't want to hurt anyone.
Excellent. Then come with us. I will make sure you get a fair trial.
He like starts running a bit and backing away like a fair trial in this town. You must be as crazy as them if you think that would happen.
Helped last time. The last guy was accused.
Yes, but there's a difference.
Yeah,
He
you're
wasn't
guilty.
cursed.
I will try to get you locked up so you can't hurt anyone. And then we'll see what we can do about removing this curse.
Give me a persuasion check with advantage.
Great. Nice. 18.
I don't think I have remove curse. That's a very.
So he kind of slumps his head and looks at you with a pained look as he looks ready to turn and run.
I believe you when you say you're cursed. Let's fix this.
Putting my trust in you.
He's better at this than I am.
Fine, I'll come with you. As he,
And I'll pay-
will,
I'll pay for the door, by the way.
I've got a feeling the door is the least of my worries. Then we can look back to Hanu and Vosh.
Right.
People in the towns, you'd hear like a woman screaming bloody murder as
What happened?
actually near the sorry, looking for something, one moment. So that would be actually not too far off from the inn you're staying at.
Really?
Yes, so just down the street at the butcher's shop. It would be the Hendrickson's residence. You would find that Tom Hendrickson has been murdered in his sleep. It appears that someone broke in, and from like very brief investigation, I mean, you guys want to go in crime scene wise?
Yeah.
You come in. There's two crying, chubby little children. A wife who's in like heavy distress as you guys approach. You guys are not labeled as investigators in town.
Yeah. No.
But are there any like
The
sheriff?
sheriff would have arrived at this
Yeah,
point.
I would just try to listen.
Yeah. Same. And just kind of
as close
observe.
as I can
Observe what
and
I can.
listen
So getting towards like the front side and kind of trying to
right at the yellow tape.
Same. Try to get as
yeah, I'd
best
say
view as I can.
you would see the younger
So you said this one was a break-in.
from I'd say you go to kind of get that for free if you're kind of like hearing a couple of things. So it would be you'd probably see at this point one of the church's inquisitors, the blonde gnomish man, as well as the sheriff and his other deputy being there. Sorry, get these names way too scattered for my own good. Yeah, so it'd be like it would be Peter Firstglow, the young orcish, like I say, young. He's probably just about 18. He'd be the one keeping watch up front, kind of keeping back the crowd, as the other two are basically going in about the same time you guys are. You'd hear like you guys are trying to just listen in for now.
Yeah.
I was just like, what's going on here? What happened?
You'll give me a perception check because you're kind of listening to the background while Bosch is talking. Then
That one.
that is unfortunate. You still got, you may try the earplugs out. Got a little wax stuck in there. Vosh, this young man speak to you. It's been another killing. Afraid, private affairs. You can't go by here. Can't tell you too much until we get the facts straight.
I understand. Can I see if I can see anything?
Yeah, especially like talking to him, just trying to like peek by him. Give me a perception check.
Okay.
So you try to just, oh yeah.
That's 11. Perception. So that's 12.
I think so. You would probably with a 12. You'd probably just hear like a few things like, "It's horrible. There was blood everywhere. Oh, they came in so quietly. I didn't even wake up until it had already happened."
Oh boy. Yeah, that's what I would kind of like try to tell on what
It'd probably hear like the
I'm hearing.
I didn't even get a look at who it was. I had turned and looked, and his throat had been slit.
Totally different type of car.
Yeah, definitely different.
What do you guys do?
Can I see if I can see these guys coming back?
You guys are at this point making your way back with this man. Or are you doing anything as far as like binding him or anything like that?
Oh, definitely.
What are you using?
That's
So tied up with rope.
I still have my hand on my blade just in case he makes any moves, just so I can get the people like secure, just so I can just show a little bit.
for everybody's protection, including your own.
Give me a strength check on the knots that are tied on him. How well?
I would actually,
Who's doing it?
I will gladly tie him up.
All right. Yeah, just strength check. See how well the knots are tied, just in case. Things go south.
Caster, I need you to help me convince the sheriff not to murder this guy.
Oh my goodness! That's a nat 20.
Very tight ropes.
I know you like killing.
He's done this.
We gotta keep this guy alive if we can.
Yeah, we need to know who his co-conspirators are.
Exactly. Well, we need to know first.
But I also have Zone of Truth to help with that.
Oh.
That'll help.
All right. You guys shuffle your way back into town. So you guys, like, coming from this crime scene, would see they begin walking Seamus into town.
Oh no.
Jester, what'd you do with the like bloodied clothes? Are you still holding them?
Yeah, I'm still carrying them.
So, what you guys do is you bring him in. Well, where do you bring him?
To the sheriff.
All right, so you go to the sheriff's office. Currently, nobody present. You do get probably a few onlookers seeing you bring him in, like bound, Jaster holding like the bloodied garments. People start talking as you guys are making your way through town.
Can I get into the sheriff's office?
Yes.
Okay. Is there a cell? Put him in the cell.
All right. I would say, actually, there would be somebody. There would be somebody present. Sorry. It would be. It would be Delvin Marsh. So a very imposing furbolg. Very probably a bit.
Isn't he
taller.
one of the church people?
Nope. He's very imposing, taller than Jaster, but a lot more muscle behind him.
Cool.
What's going on with him? Motions to Jaster.
We found a suspect. He was trying to dispose of these when we came to talk to him. I think he might be more useful to us in captivity, though.
So what? He's The beast.
Maybe one of them, but if we gotta find out if there's more.
1 second. All right. Allow me to find. And he would actually go, being more intelligent as a jailer, would go to put this man in a set of manacles and a set of cuffs. And he also places above the sets of cuffs one size up in cuffs.
Oh.
Good idea.
In case he transforms. I never let a prisoner get away.
Should we? I asked, like, should we probably tell the church about this, or should we keep this to ourselves for now?
I think we should talk to the sheriff.
You'll
And let them take care of these things.
the jailer would pipe up. You'll definitely need to speak to them both about this.
Okay.
I can't hold this man in here too long without due process.
That's understandable. I can also do Zone of Truth when I get back.
Whatever floats your boat, holy man.
I would probably, if I saw him coming in, I would probably start rushing to tell him
Yeah,
what's
so
going
you like
on.
motion over.
Yeah.
What now?
Seems like there was another attack,
Joy.
but not by werewolf means.
Assassin again.
Possibly. And what I could barely make out was from hearing is that there were multiple.
So we might have a gang going on thing.
You said they, so that's why.
That could be a singular person.
Yeah. Oh,
It's possible.
well, I heard they, so
Yeah. I mean, it's.
just roughly assuming.
It was. I didn't hear them come in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Didn't even know they were there.
Yeah.
It sounded. It would. I mean, whatever you're assuming, though.
Right. That's what Bosch is assuming. He doesn't know.
Yeah. You weren't there for the actual whole conversation anyhow.
Yeah. Because I only heard what I heard. So.
Okay, I love hearsay for this. Works out really well for any stuff going on.
Yeah, I basically just tell them like all what I heard. So.
You guys have the info you have.
So if I were you, I'd probably get over there as soon as possible so we can get some eyes.
Was the sheriff over there?
Yeah.
I think it was the sheriff, right? Sheriff was over there. Yeah, sheriff is over
And
there.
I'll go over there. You want to go tell the church?
Yeah.
All right. We'll hit two places with one stone.
Okay.
Two birds with one stone.
I'll go to the church.
Well,
Whoever's in charge now.
actually, important note too. Let's see. Early morning. No, that guy would already be on the stocks, so he wouldn't have been listed. It would have been unoccupied. Sorry, thinking to myself.
Okay.
The jailer was quite dutiful. Sorry, just a moment.
I know he cares so much about due process.
I would say, yeah, jailer seems very like lawful character. He's sticks to his specific job of what he does.
Respect that.
Yeah. Sorry, I was trying to catch up my little notes. I'm such an irresponsible little fella. Sorry. I'll be there in just a moment. Quick, somebody be distracting for like 12 seconds.
So I'm hiking over to the church. My stubby little legs.
Knees, acting up on you.
I'm not that old. Only 105.
Okay, so I guess I'm gonna go over to the sheriff and I'm gonna investigate this. And I asked Kobold, do you want
Bosch.
Bosch, do you want to tag along again just in
Yeah,
case?
might as well.
You're a blue kobold, right?
Yes.
Kobold.
Mm.
What? I didn't even get any sleep.
Yeah, you guys haven't slept.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to take a small nap after this.
That's
More like a metallic blue.
Good work yesterday, so I can't skip it.
Sorry, locked up.
Well, luckily I could always kick back and just relax.
Listen like green.
I open up the shop.
Well,
So yeah, I go.
Well, there's
Uh,
always coffee.
I go with Soldan. Coffee.
Sorry, okay, but so you guys make your way to the church then, or are you going towards
He's going to the church. We're going to the crime scene.
Okay.
Talk to the sheriff.
Okay, so splitting off, I'll go with the crime scene first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bosch,
Zoldan.
Zoldan, were you going to just set up shop?
Yep.
Business as usual?
Where's
Go on.
Come on. Yeah.
So where is Janet in all this?
She's around.
Around? Okay.
She's kind of assumed tagging along with things you guys are doing, but not in a way that directly makes choices for her character.
Okay. Okay.
She's present and staying safe otherwise.
We're not losing all our money.
Making bank on all the book you lose.
Getting really good at she's like selling comfort food to all of these Spanish people. You see she snuck a couple of desserts like stuffed in her face quickly in between selling them, frosting over the face. It's a great sales tactic. Everyone knows the treats are delicious.
Garlic bread.
Generally well liked by the people. Hanu, which way were you going? So Ferg's going to church, and they're going to investigate the crime scene.
I want to investigate the crime scene.
All right. So three of you go investigate.
Feel like, and then just arriving at the crime scene. Is there still a crowd?
No, mostly being kept back. You'd see decent sized crowd of people. I'd say you see like good section of people like crowding towards the church. Getting like more mobbed together. But small crowd here. Amongst people you'd see the doctors there kind of pushing his way through. You would see now the like wife and children, both like obviously sobbing, panic. They have been brought like outside the house. You'd see sheriff seems to be inside. You probably be able to see him through like a front window, talking to the inquisitor, this halfling man, kind of visibly there, and kind of struggling to keep back the crowd a little bit would be, this younger deputy.
Be like, I would just go up or just be like,
I would say also, sorry, noteworthy people like there you probably recognize the little purple goblins there, like kind of peering through the window, looking, very looky-loo look to him.
What about the scary
I
girl?
was gonna say little girl and her family, they are present there, kind of like looking, and actually it would probably be her like parents would probably be going to like speak to the woman, comforting, and she's just kind of tagging along with them.
they're like any like even
Doesn't seem
smile.
too bothered.
She's not like giggly and smiley.
Not
this time.
distraught.
Hmm.
Would probably like speak to the two children and be talking to them, but while they're like distressed, it's kind of just talking about something to distract them from this.
I'd probably go up to the sheriff and see.
So make your way inside. Deputy would allow you guys through and into the crime scene.
All right, let's see what we can pick up here. Anything that might have been left behind.
Want me to do an investigation check?
What are you guys doing? So as you make your way, I want to say the scene you'd see. So
Yeah.
first layer, first section would be like butcher shop, basically a meat counter set up, selection of like fresh things that have been kind of iced over. But there's also like dried meats and stuff. You'd be able to lead your way through. Just finish up a conversation. The sheriff and
The Inquisitor.
yes, the Inquisitor. Marcus Rainman. There would be finishing up a conversation. It should be it'd probably be ending off something on. We need to find whoever's doing this. It's just some kind of. This doesn't look like the work of any kind of magic. This is more in your purview, Sheriff. This is some kind of a killer. And that's where you guys would enter.
Yeah.
Sorry to disturb you.
Some fellow investigators.
Yes.
Maybe you'll be able to have a better time figuring this out. See any clues? I don't see any signs of any magics used on this. A mundane killing.
Can we see the
Maybe see the body at the very least.
Yes, please.
stab wounds? Does this one have the 3 stab wounds like the old one, or is this? I remember you said that his throat was slit.
The aged halfling would pipe up. Yeah, no, this was his throat was slit in his sleep, and from the testimony I got, whoever did this did it so quietly. His wife wasn't even woken up.
She was sleeping next to him in the same bed.
In the same bed.
What the fuck? That's quiet as hell.
Okay.
Dead by the time she had woken up. He was writhing in pain, his throat had been slit. He was gone within moments.
That's very odd.
That is odd.
That's what it sounds like. It's almost. This is either there's something else at play, or this is a very good assassin.
It's definitely something else. Whoever this is, this had to have taken some planning.
The way it sounds, yeah.
Question is why?
Did the individual have any ties to anything, or just?
I mean, he's the local butcher. As far as I know, most people liked him. I mean, who hates a guy that provides you with food?
Yeah, right.
Right?
That makes no sense.
No,
does
him
not.
having any enemies.
Doesn't make sense at
No.
all.
The only other thing I could think of would be causing panic, but something weird is going on here, and we probably need to interrogate the wife too at this point if she was sleeping in the same bed. As much as I don't like it.
Yeah.
Well, she's a bit hysterical right now. I've usually got a pretty good eye for people. I don't think she was lying.
Hmm.
She seems genuine enough.
Well, shall we look around the room at the very least and see if there's anything we can pick up?
Agreed.
I mean, I did a quick glance, but a good investigation on the body, looking over this place, might not be a bad idea.
Yeah.
And we're probably going to need you. We're going to need you, Sheriff, and possibly you, Inquisitor, later for something.
What else do you have going on?
Well, we might have found the werewolf actually, but we don't know for certain.
The Inquisitor's ears perk up at this. Found the werewolf. Now, this is interesting. Where is he?
We already have him in
No,
the.
they're mixed up my voices.
We already have him
Where
in
is
the cell. He's already hooked. The Furbog, is that his name? What's his name?
It would have been Delvin.
Yeah, Delva.
Yeah.
Delvin Marv has him already chained up fully to make sure. But I also want to do Zone of Truth on him to make sure we get any information out of him. From what it looks like, this is a curse, and this is not his fault. It's possible. Curses can affect people individually differently when it comes to this.
Some kind of curse. I'm going to roll die real quick. Don't mind me. This has to be the work of that damned witch. I need to get my hands on her.
Oh, is that what? Right.
I think that's a good idea. You can compel him to reveal any information. Anything that helps would be good. Before we get rid of this troublesome creature.
We don't want to kill him. We want to see if there's a way to remove it, if it's possible.
Well, I suppose if you've got some kind of skills to do that.
Depends on the curse. If it's a high powered curse, not even I can do that, unless with a group effort.
Yes, I know. While we do have some talented individuals among the church, there aren't too many powerful spellcasters. People who can do lower level healing magic or, fix injuries, removing a curse, unless Unless you knew some kind of perhaps alchemical method of curing this man or a powerful spell to remove the curse, there may not be a way he can return to being a safe member of society.
And let's hope
And at least we can try.
let's hope for the best first before we jump to the last resort option.
Well, in the meantime, I think I'll be paying this. Who was it that you wound up locking up?
What was his name?
Jameson.
Jameson? It was Seamus.
The gravekeeper.
We were following last night through the woods, and we were trying to investigate something. We found a trail that led back to it, and we found some bloody clothes.
Evidence against him. Well, this should serve well in at least proving he's the culprit. That should justify his incarceration at a minimum.
Let's see what we can first find out. Let's see if we can investigate around this house before we jump.
Well,
As you
I'll
say,
go pay him a visit in the jail. See if I can figure anything out. In the meantime, this killing, if you want to investigate it with Sheriff Graves here.
and with my two associates here, with your permission.
Of course, I'll be honest. Not to sound harsh, but this killing's really outside my purview. I mean, I could investigate a regular murder, but it's not really.
If only there was a spell that could actually rewind time or something like that. He jokes.
Should the gods bless you with it, let me know. That'd be quite useful.
Mm.
But I'll go investigate. Again, magical matters, proper church inquisition's more up my alley. I'll go take a look at this. But let me know if you find anything suspicious or tied to this witch involving this killing.
Understood. All right,
Could be some henchmen of them.
let's see what we got here.
All right. Yeah.
So, as you guys go in, basically we walk through a hallway that leads back towards the far side of the house, large master bedroom. There would be a window into this bedroom from basically first floor outside. You would see lying there, still in bed, tucked away asleep. So you kind of moved and panicked a bit, blood splashed around on the bed. There's a large, portly human man with his throat cut wide open.
I just want to hear L.A. noir music playing now. Just the investigation.
You have your noir music playing in the background, right?
I'd like to.
Oh, I know. Zoldan Noir. Pink Panther theme.
This black and white movie like. It was raining one night, and all I see was an individual who was dead on the floor, the writhing in agony and pain and misery.
Dead in bed, no longer writhing.
Yeah.
You guys are black and white. Hanu's in the background. He's bright pink.
That's gracious.
Same from Hanu. Were you there with him? Been quiet. He's been quiet. Too quiet. It was an eerily quiet.
Oh.
Quiet, the kind of quiet that makes you want to make a guy participate.
Well, the size of the disturbance in the bed. I
wanted to see if there was any indication of an actual break-in or investigate around there and see if there's any forced entry or.
I'm going to give him guidance.
All right. D20 investigation roll with a D4 added on.
All right, that's going to be a 7 and a 4 plus a D4.
I could always move it to anybody.
Plus a D4, you said?
You can cast it at the same time.
Plus a 3, so
10.
10. Yeah.
Wait, so 10 plus what for investigation?
I have 4.
Oh, so that's
14 total.
14 total.
14 total.
Yeah, my bad. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
To a 14. You see with the window. It does appear to be unlocked. You don't see any signs of damage to the window or anything like that.
Okay.
Mechanism on it's still working fine. The latch for the window still opens and shuts. But you did see it was unlocked when you found it.
And the window looks like it was unlocked.
There was no sign of forced entry or anything.
No, it doesn't look like
no
forced
lockpicks?
entry. No. Nothing I can see.
Okay, this sounds, the way it's first sounding, it sounded like an inside job.
Maybe.
I want to see if there's any booklets or any notes that the guy had in his room or anything. Anything like ledgers or anything of the sort?
Hmm. So I mean, investigation check for the room. You're like, so check through. There's probably like, there'd be a closet in the room, a wardrobe, and a couple of nightstands.
See if there's anything of interest in there.
Yeah, so you like start rifling through their
Can I
stuff pretty
cast
much.
guidance on myself too again.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, keep.
11, so investigation. So that's just a 12. So I need a plus
12 plus D4.
That's a D4. Did I say D4?
Good old guidance.
That's a 14 too.
With 14, you start rummaging through. Go through the closet. Pulling out clothes. Look through the end table. You see like nothing too interesting. You'd see like he's got some like finer jewelry, some like silver rings, a gold watch. You'd see like maybe on the other nightstand, there would be a diary there.
Okay, I want to read that.
All right. So you start like looking through this lady's diary. I'll pause on that. Anything for Vosh and Hanu as Zoldan starts going through this lady's diary.
After
They haven't like looked at the body or anything.
Well, that's
Vosh
what I was about to go
investigates the
do.
window.
Yeah, I just want to.
He investigates, like starts pulling clothes out of the closet, digging through drawers.
Cast a spell.
You guys are also alone in this room, Kurt.
Oh, okay. I would like to cast detect magic.
All right. So you cast the spell. Your
Yeah.
eyes glow. As you look around,
Anything around.
as you look around the room, you don't see any glows of magic other than that of the equipment on your party members.
I'd like to investigate the wound on the body and see if there's like any like silver flecks or anything.
So
maybe
Vosh Noir, that would be a medicine check as
Yeah.
you investigate the wounds on this person.
Uh,
A very bad medicine check.
yeah, that's a 4.
Oh my freaking goodness. That would have been
What?
perfect. I got a nat 20.
Just said you were doing something first.
We should have said something.
Yeah, you
burned
should
it
have.
to the void.
That's
So-
fine.
Why don't you just investigate and roll another one? Duh.
I'm
easy.
reading the diary first.
Oh yeah, you're busy. So what's that total for medicine? 4 total. The man's dead. So the obvious things you would get even with a 4
Mhm.
is, you're no doctor expert, but
Yeah.
clearly some kind of a blade has slit this man's throat. It doesn't look from like, first glance, it's not jagged. This is one clean cut.
There's either,
one swipe.
so from my experience, this is from my opinion, either two ways. One, the killer was already in, waiting and hiding, or two, someone let him in to kill him. It's possible with those two other options. I mean, there's no sign of forced entry or break entry.
But the window was unlatched.
Yeah, so someone
Could have easily just climbed in without even making a sound.
Mm-hmm. So what does the diary say?
So after some time of skimming through this lady's diary, how much time are you spending reading through this? Are you going through like every little entry, or are you kind of skimming for info?
Trying to skim as much info as I can.
Give me an intelligence check to see how much you gather while quickly like brushing through pages, trying to find
Guidance.
important stuff. You still have guidance on you.
I know. Nope.
Nat 1.
+2, so that's 3. That's not gonna do stuff.
So as you're going through it, you find recipes. This lady like complaints about her children. Doing some like, Hansel's bullied his sister today.
Nothing on the last page
so
either.
you find like fairly mundane entries for a diary, stuff talking about the children, things that have been going on in the town. Worry the children hearing these silly stories, and their father scolding them. Probably like the most recent entries, and trying talking about the curfew. They've got to keep the children in, make sure they're not going out with all the craziness going on, but there's nothing too out of the ordinary, nothing that would draw suspicion towards her per se.
Not without fully going through it.
I mean, That's from like skimming through and like checking like last few days, stuff like
There's
that.
no
You're not-
blood marks or anything.
No. There's not a note in there that says I killed him. But it looks like a normal diary from what you're gathering from it.
It's just a normal diary. I was thinking there was something in here. So nothing from you guys?
Yeah. Other than that the window being unlatched.
Do you want to try any of the like investigation on anything besides just magicking it?
I don't know. I mean, you guys checked the body. I mean, I guess.
Well, I did a
You
pretty
could always,
important
let's
thing.
say, you could always double check as well.
Yeah.
Double check.
I'll double check. I don't think I'm very good at investigating, but we'll see.
Can I
Or even, you could, if
I
you're
just want to like
more
rummage,
wisdom.
rummage through his pockets to, see if there's like anything on his person. 19 total.
So I would say, actually, like, searching the body, he's in, like, pajamas.
Oh,
So it wouldn't be anything really
Nothing
on him.
Quite a bit of lint.
Yeah.
Pocket lint.
What about under the bed?
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, if you give me perception or investigation if you're looking under there.
I would look under the bed with a perception with 7.
Well, let's see.
That's an 8.
10.
10. I would say with that, you guys don't find anything additional. The crappy investigation rules.
I know this is an LA Noir
Alright.
bad publicity stunt. Well, I think we found all we can for right now, but
Yeah.
But-
Unfortunately.
question, should we keep a diary or no?
Nah.
How much do you put like stuff back together in this room? As you like pulled a bunch of stuff out, looking through.
I'd,
And
try
he's the only one that's been
I
pulling
know.
stuff out.
I just put like as best as I can back together.
So stuff looks like it's been rummaged through, but it's kind of shoved back in closets and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
All right. Right now we got to stop at the sheriff's office to investigate the individual.
Agreed.
I'll loop back to Frog with visiting your church real quick. We're getting close on time. Frog, who do you seek out in the church?
The top official that's still in charge.
Father Magnus.
Okay.
All right. So he is probably like ready for the day. You'd probably catch him early morning. He would actually just be coming from like. You'd probably look for him. Someone would just be coming. They'd probably tell you that he's in the process of morning prayer, but should be done momentarily.
I'm gonna drop it.
All right, go to seek him out. So.
Magnus, Father
So, as you go out like to this area, they'd probably give you a rough idea of where it is. You go like outside section of the church. It have like a little stone walkway leading to it to a small little outbuilding. It'd be like very. I'd say it would be almost like like a small shack, like a little sliding door to it. All wooden in room. Little wooden shack. Very simple, no windows or anything to it, about the size for one person. As you get closer, you would hear a powerful, followed by like a banging noise. It sounds like almost a, not extremely loud, but a powerful like thump. And then, the murmuring continues, another loud thump. And you're calling out to him?
Yeah.
You get no response.
Father Magnus, I'm sorry to interrupt, but this is important.
Continued murmuring, loud thump.
Door.
You'd see he continues like these chants to himself. They're almost monk-like in nature. And as he continues, that large book he carries by his side, he takes the book in one hand. And yes, so smashes... really, it'd be towards like the binded side, directly into the forehead.
Oh
in,
no!
in chance.
I know what this is from.
And he continues basically uninterrupted, like does not stop these chants. But after a few moments, he calmly like rises up from his knees and turns towards you. Oh, Frog, what brings you here so early? I've just finished my morning incantation.
Me and some of my companions went out last night and tracked the beast down. We found him. We believe he's under a curse, but he's incarcerated right now. Should pose no more danger.
Gilbert the Great blesses us this morning. This beast can be brought to justice.
Well, like I said, we think he's under a curse. We'd like to try to remove the curse. We're not sure exactly how yet, but he's incarcerated.
So you think he's been put in this situation against his will?
Possibly by witchcraft.
But roll a die. You get a persuasion check with advantage as you say that, though. With what you're looking at, so I'll tell you, just got the dice away. 20, you know.
That's probably looking like.
Rug in his persuasion. Here's a chance. Oh, it's not great.
No, it's not great.
5.
5.
He hears what he wants to hear with it. Well, I suppose if it would be an added bonus if he could be saved, but it still justice must be done, whether it's of his own will or not. He's killed a couple of people. It's a tricky situation. There'd have to be some form of punishment, but like the quandary.
Well, he's
Oh,
incarcerated
great.
for now. We can discuss the details later.
Yes.
First things first, we need to question, find out anything about where this curse came from.
Yes, a good inquisition.
Yes.
Yes, that'd be good. Hold him a proper trial. Gather information from him. See if anything can be brought to light. Yes, very good work from you folks. I know you've been helping as much as you can in the church. I dare I say, think you've all done a bit better than my own inquisitors. Yet, it still feels as though we're no closer to finding whoever's doing this witchcraft.
Well, this seems like a nice first step.
Yes, perhaps we can uncover the mystery of this wolf. It will lead us to them. All right, well, I say we start the investigation right away. Please, take me there, if you don't mind accompanying me.
No, absolutely.
Well, suppose we'll be off then. Next
Unfortunately,
time.
Next time.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye.
Woof woof, boy.